Greg Bahoon here. I wanted to do a very special video today. I think it's something that the average person who travels is going to want to see. I also believe it's something that a lot of people need to see and should share it with other people who like to travel and want to help them save money. I'm not famous. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a social media star. I don't have a strong influence over a bunch of people. But what I am is very honest, transparent, genuine, and authentic. What I want to present to everyone is an honest and comprehensive overview of their options as a consumer of travel, right? A lot of people do not know how the travel industry works. They don't understand all the options that are available to them. They usually understand the options that are available to them that get put in front of them by the mainstream media. So I think it's important to shed some light on options that everybody has that they probably don't realize is available to them and how it actually works. And so that's what I wanted to do with this video. Really, there is no agenda, but for full disclosure purposes, I am affiliated with a travel company. That is going to be at the very, very end. This is going to be a comprehensive overview of every single option that's available to you as a consumer of travel. And when it's all said and done, you will have the ability to make your own decision and your own choice. I'm just going to be putting information out there that it's available, on a public scale to check out on the internet. It's public information, but most of the times you're not going to see it because that's the information is not provided you by the mainstream media. So before I begin, there's a couple things that are very, very important that I think could really help you understand how this all works, right? So first of all, the most important thing in this video is to understand that travel is a commodity, right? And once you understand that travel is a commodity, it'll probably change your perspective and the way you view how you book travel. And what that means is, for example, take a gallon of milk, right? It's a commodity. And what that means is that gallon of milk, let's just say it's whole milk. That gallon of milk is going to be available in many, many different places, many different retailers. You can go to many stores and you can buy that gallon of milk. That's whole milk, right? But you're usually going to go where you can get that gallon of milk the cheapest, because if it's all the same product, it's just a matter of obviously how much you have to pay for it, right? How much it costs. And usually with commodities, low price always wins. So travel is a commodity. And what that means is if you are booking a room, let's just say, for instance, at the Hyatt, right? You can book it at the Hyatt. You can book it on Expedia, Priceline, all these retail travel websites. You can book it on a discount travel site. You can book it through a wholesale company. You can book it through a travel agent. You have so many options to book that room, right? But what's going to really determine it is the cost. And the cost is going to come down to how much did that website or that company or that travel provider have to pay in order to get that room in front of your eyes, right? So that's why we say it's important to understand that travel is a commodity, and how much you pay determines how much it costs that company to get it in front of you. So that's the most important thing to understand, that travel is a commodity and you can book it many, many different places and it is all the same thing. The other part is that travel is not a science. Booking travel is not an exact science. And what that means is it is dynamic. It's fluid. Inventory changes by the hour. So the information I'm going to be providing you today, right, there are some times where there are exceptions to the rules. So there might be some time where a certain site might have a better price than a different site that's not supposed to, because obviously the feed didn't come through in time, and it's literally a matter of just minutes before one feed picks it up and another feed has it or another website has it, and there you get a certain price at a certain moment in time, right? But generally speaking, the overwhelming majority of the time, the information I'm going to be providing to you here in this video is going to be the status quo, the norm that you can expect when you go to book travel. So with that being said, right, I'm going to turn my camera over and we are going to get started. So the first thing you need to know, right, is we talk about what it costs to get the product or the inventory in front of you, right? And every single company or website is going to have different costs. So in order to do that, we're going to start right at the very, very top, the hierarchy, right? We're going to start at the king of the jungle, okay? And what that's going to be is the retail travel sites. So for instance, right here, you can see we have Expedia, Priceline, etc., right? So these guys are the king of the jungle, like I said. So what you're going to notice, by the way, right away, is you're going to see there's a 15 to 30% markup fee. So as we talked about before, this is a commodity, right? You're going to book it. You can book it anywhere, but you're going to be paying a 15 to 30% markup fee when you book it on the retail travel sites. And by the way, if you did not know, Expedia and Booking.com own all of the retail travel sites you see out there. Orbitz, Travelocity, Priceline, Kayak, Agoda, Hotwire, you name it. They are owned by two companies. And the reason why they do that is to make it look like there's competition. So just like with anything, like a car, a plumbing estimate, a house, you're always going to be getting at least 3 estimates. They know that. So they put out these other websites to make it look like there's competition, when in reality, it's all the same company and it's just a big game, and they might be a couple dollars less, but usually they're actually about the same. And you think you're looking for the best deal, when in reality, you're just going to one of their sister sites, one of their own sites. So, and just so you know, when we talk about the cost of a company getting the product in front of you, okay, Expedia and Booking.com spent a combined $12 billion just last year in marketing and advertising. Expedia alone has over 16,000 employees, and the average salary is $109,000 plus bonus. Okay, so think about what has that, right? If we put our thinking caps on, what do they have to do if a room at the Hyatt costs $175 that they get it for? What do then they have to do to get it to you to then turn around and make a profit, right? They have to raise the price to get all of that money back that they put out. And they know that they've spent $12 billion to brainwash you into thinking that's the way you have to book travel. You go to Expedia, Priceline, you go to all the retail travel sites, because that's what everybody does, because that's what they see on commercials, and they see William Shatner and Tina Fey, and they saw their $7 million Super Bowl commercial, and you're like, well, that's the way you book travel. So everybody does it, but they don't understand. Many people don't understand. They don't have to do it. Right? It's a commodity. You can get it anywhere, but you're just paying for the name brand recognition. You're paying because you know Expedia and Priceline, because they put it in front of you every single day on TV and in ads. So that's the king of the jungle right there. That's the top right here. That's where you're going to be paying the most money. So if you want to book your travel and you want to spend the most, right here, that's where you go. You go to Expedia and Priceline and all the retail websites. They're the ones that are going to make the most money off you. That's just reality. That's the truth. Then you can also go to the hotel resort websites. So let's say that Hyatt room we were just talking about, right? You go and you say, well, you know what? I'm just going to go right to the actual Hyatt website, right? I'm going to go and I'm going to bypass Expedia and Priceline. I'm going to go right to Hyatt.com and I'm going to go book it. Well, you can go ahead and you can actually practice. You can do me a favor when I'm done with this. Go ahead and look at Expedia, Priceline, and then go and look at the Hyatt site. What you're going to see is they're almost exactly the same price. It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic behind it. You can't figure it out because they're the direct provider. Why are they marking it up to the same price as Expedia and Priceline and so on and so forth? I don't understand it, but that's what they do, right? So they're going to be right in line usually with the Expedias and Pricelines of the world. You're not going to be saving much money by going to the hotel and resort website. And that's probably about 90% of the times. There are times where some of the hotel and resort websites will give you a discount, right? But generally speaking, it's not going to be the direct price that you can pay. So then you also have discount travel sites. Now, these are not that common. They're not that widely known. And part of that reason is because, again, you're not going to see television ads. You're not going to hear about them and so on and so forth, right? And some of them do not have the best reputation as far as customer service and things like that. But you will pay less. It's generally about a 5 to 10% markup fee over the actual direct price. So you do have discount travel sites available. They are harder to find. And again, customer service issues do come into play a lot, but they are going to obviously be much cheaper than going and booking on the retail travel sites, right? And then you also have a whole nother way. if you wanted to go ahead and book travel, right? And that involves basically being a travel agent. And IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing, right? They basically are like the largest agency for travel agents. And basically the way it works is you can actually become your own travel agent. You can become a travel agent, and it's $180 initial fee, $40 a month ongoing. And basically that pays for your education, your training, and generally speaking, your website to be able to book travel on, right? And then you obviously sometimes do have to pay for extra marketing materials and things of that nature. There is obviously continuing education and professional development and things like that. But that, again, is another option. If you wanted to just get discounts on your travel, you can actually become a travel agent, get discounts, work with suppliers, and you can get really big discounts on your travel. And then you can also book it for other people, right? There's a lot of work involved, but that is an option for people if they wanted to go ahead and do that. And then you have a whole nother category, which are direct sales, MLM companies, network marketing companies. Now, there's definitely a little bit of a catch to that because, as many people know, this really involves not only being a customer, but a lot of times, obviously, also then becoming a consultant, a distributor, an affiliate, and they want you to share the actual product, right? So you're not only a customer, but a lot of times this would involve you reaching out to people and obviously then trying to recruit them into the actual business, not necessarily as a customer, so to speak. Okay, but generally speaking, these probably are the best way to get the direct price. Generally speaking, most of the time, right? These are going to be closer to the actual direct price than your retail sites or your hotel sites, even your discount travel sites. Okay, but the catch with that is you do have to pay a monthly fee. Okay, and you do, in this case, like MWR Life is one of the big ones, $20 a month, access to 5 booking engines, $80 a month, and you get trains and activities and experience also. And you can do $120 a month, and you also get some extra perks and loyalty rewards. But again, this is an ongoing monthly payment that you would have to pay in order to be a customer / affiliate, right? Because that's the catch. And a lot of people do not want to be a part of that. They don't want to have to be forced to sell something or share something. They just want discounts on their travel, right? And then you also have, let me slide this over a little bit. Then you also have Surge 365. That's another popular MLM company. They have a travel tech package, which is $500 initial fee, $100 a month. And that gives you access to a booking engine, a 1-year anniversary trip. And then you also have another one called Dream Trips. And it's $80 a month, which gives you 6 booking engines, a 4-night cruise after 6 months. And then a priority membership, which is $130 a month. And it gives you that plus airport lounge access and concierge services. So these are all of the different ways that you can actually access travel, right, as a consumer. Now, most people, again, go this route, right? If you don't do like your Airbnbs and things like that, you might do that's a whole separate category because those are things that are owned by individuals, right? And then they go in and they obviously sell it as an individual. We're talking about like suppliers, corporations that have access to hotels, flights, cruises, things like that. Airbnbs, we're talking about people that are individual owners and obviously then go and sell their house or their condo for a certain amount of time. So we're not talking about those. But all of these ways are ways that you can actually book travel. Okay. So you can go through and you can see some of the advantages and disadvantages of all of these. Okay. But up until this point, these have all been your options. These have been the options that you have. Okay. However, there is something now that had just come out recently, right, in the last couple of years that has taken the best of all of this and stripped out the worst of it and put it together in a travel product to make it available to the general public. Okay. And I'm going to go over that with you. And again, I covered all of this. You can make your own decisions and you can review everything I'm telling you because, again, it's completely transparent and a comprehensive overview. But I'm just going to let you know now, there is a product out there, right? And the company is called Happy Travel. If you have not heard of it, it's called Happy Travel. Okay. And what this company has done is taken all of the best of all of these and, again, turned it into one product. And The way they've done it is they have copied a very, very popular business model in this country that has been very successful and has 123 million members in our country, and it's called Costco. And Happy Travel has copied that business model by making travel a membership wholesale business model that's available to every customer. Okay, so the way it works is simple. You do not have to share this. You don't have to tell anybody about it. There is no monthly fee, right? You have the website that you can go to, just like Expedia. It works the same exact way. It's a search engine with 7 different booking engines, and you will pay $99 a year to have access to prices that will also beat all of these other companies. So this is usually the best way, the MLMs, to get the best price, like the direct price, but it comes with so many catches, the monthly fees and being forced to be an affiliate and sharing it. But imagine if you had the opportunity to book on the Expedias and Pricelines of the world, but without having to pay the 15 to 30% markup fee, and being able to do it with a Costco type membership where it's $99 a year and you can use it for the entire year and have access to direct prices. So the company doesn't actually mark it up like these guys do and make any money. They make money on the $99 a year membership, and then you get to save thousands of dollars. And so, by the way, as I mentioned earlier, full disclosure, I am a part of this company. I've actually saved $5,300 in 5 bookings. That's an average of $1,000 over all of these sites that you see here. All right, so I've actually become a product of the product. So I've tested it out many times. I've seen how much you can possibly save. And there's really nothing like this, again, in the travel industry that's ever come along with the ability to save so much money for a one-time yearly membership fee, just like Costco, right? The business model works because it obviously gives you the ability to use it year-round, and it's only a one-time, right, yearly fee. It doesn't force you to pay a monthly fee. And why would you ever pay something on a monthly basis that you're not using on a monthly basis, right? And why would you ever be forced to share something when all you want to do is be a customer? You want to have the option to become an affiliate or distributor. You do not want to be told that that's part of the part of the plan, okay? So what do you need to do in order to do this? It's very simple. There's a link, right? That'll be obviously part of this video, and you actually have free access to check this out. It is literally free access to go and compare prices. And the reason why they do that is because they know that they can beat everybody else on price. And again, travel is a commodity. So if you know you can beat everybody on price, you give the customer free access to go check it out. It is simple. You create your own account, and then you go and you compare prices. You have access to their hotel booking engine, which is going to be all the hotels and resorts. There's 2.5 million properties worldwide. Same inventory as Expedia and Priceline. It's just you're going to see it for much less. So you're actually going to be able to go on here for free. You're going to be able to see what you can pay as a free member without purchasing even a membership. They'll give you $100 off. $100 off your very first booking, your hotel booking. But in addition, what they're going to do is they're going to show you, if you decided to upgrade to the $99 membership, you're going to be able to see on the right side what the cost would be for upgrading. And you might be able to save $1,000 on that booking you're going to already do. So why wouldn't you pay $99 if you're going to save $1,000 or you're going to save $500? So they actually put it in front of you, transparent, upfront, honest pricing to show you, here's your free price as a free member. You might get 5% off of this, right? But if you upgrade, you might get 40% off of the Priceline price. So that's the beauty of Happy Travel. It's upfront, honest, transparent pricing. Again, there's really never been anything like this in the travel industry that's ever come along. The ability to book travel as easy as Expedia and Priceline without a monthly fee and without being forced to share it with anyone else. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see now that you have many, many different options. I hope you get to weigh all your options and see, obviously, what works best for you. But this is without a doubt the most powerful way to save money on your travel. And once again, it gives you free access to compare prices. After you upgrade for the $99 a year, by the way, you get the additional 6 booking engines. That's going to be flights, resorts, cars, cruises, activities and events, airport transfers. They're all going to be there, all the same stuff you do on Expedia and Priceline. But once again, it's going to be for a fraction of the cost, $99 for an entire year. And by the way, every single year you renew your membership, they're going to give you a 7-night complimentary resort luxury getaway. And that's going to be good for 3,500 resorts worldwide. You get to choose the resort that you want to use. And all you have to do is pay the taxes and the fees for the 7 nights, and everything else is included. Hope you enjoyed this video. Reach out if you have any questions. The link will be underneath in the comments of the video. And if somebody does share this with you, they also have the ability to help you out with a Happy Travel membership. So follow up with them, or you can click on their link. And thanks for watching, and welcome to Happy Travel. Take care.